Hands off. I'm not touching a thing out here. I want everything to stay alive. Good morning, everybody. We're hanging out in the Good Day Garden with David Whitwam from Whitwam Organics. Russell told me earlier in the morning show just not to touch anything, and that it will all grow. So what are we doing this morning?
So you kill a lot of stuff?
I kill a lot of stuff, but tell them what you told me.
Oh, the difference between an expert and novice gardener
Is what?
Expert gardeners have killed more plants.
Ta-da!
She's on her way.
I'm on my way.
You're on your way.
So what are we doing this morning?
I mean, we've gone over this and over this,
Yeah.
but I just really want to drill this in people's heads because I do get a lot of viewers that, ask me why we do so well out here, and it's because we do this between every planting.
The turnover.
Well, so we forked the bed already. Last week we cleared it out, and that's just like kind of loosen up the soil. I don't really turn the soil over hard. I always add a little bit of fresh soil. So this bed's pretty full. Even if the bed's full, I still want to get in here and add like maybe a half an inch to an inch of soil.
So you always want that fresh soil on top.
Yeah. So if the bed's down some, I fill it up.
Okay.
And even if the bed's full, I'll still put a half an inch or an inch of fresh soil on top. So I'm basically just going to spread the soil around. I put some of our fertilizer down right here, see?
Okay.
Right in this area, and I always kind of mix it into the top couple of inches. So once I'm done kind of doing that, prepping the bed, we're going to put some seeds in today. And
We're planting. What are we planting?
It's so hard to pronounce.
You say it.
So it's called ahobok.
Ahobok.
Or Korean squash.
Oh, okay.
And then we also have long beans.
Oh, I can say that, long beans.
Long beans. So those are those long green, or they're called noodle beans, asparagus beans. They have a bunch of different names.
Oh, okay.
But both of these plants will thrive in the summer in our heat and humidity. We might have a little problem with the ahobok because they are a little bit prone to caterpillars.
Okay.
And so sometimes the organic pesticides that we need to use, they need to kind of stay on the plant.
Okay.
So if I come one week and use it and then it rains the next day and
It's
I'm
all
not
gone.
back here the next week
Yeah.
and no one else sprays,
Yeah.
then we could get a caterpillar infestation. But we'll work through that.
And let's talk about, we've got a viewer question from Bill, downtown Tampa. Can you recommend a fruit tree that would do well on a balcony with some sun? And how long do they typically take to produce the fruit? So fruit tree.
So we have a couple things going on there. So with a balcony, I have some assumptions to make. So like it really depends on which way we're facing.
Yeah.
So is it morning sun, afternoon sun? The sun also moves around throughout the year. So even if maybe in the wintertime, if you're south facing, you're getting really good sun because the sun's really low in the southern sky.
Yeah.
If you have a big roof overhang during the middle of the summer, if the sun's going more directly overhead, it might be getting too much shade.
Okay.
But typically, most fruit trees need 6 to 8 hours of sun.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. And I did find and have experience with a couple that do well in a little bit more shade, but really more is better. So basically, the more shade you have, the less fruit you're going to get. But
So a balcony would not be the ideal location for a fruit tree.
So the other thing you got to take into consideration is it's going to be in a pot. So it's got to be able to handle shade. It's got to be happy in a pot.
Oh, yeah, because it's going to grow.
So, yep, a couple that kind of meet that. We have mulberries,
Okay.
pineapples,
Pineapple.
and bananas, but they're very heavy feeders.
Okay.
So if you get a variety that's grafted, they should fruit within the first year to 2 years.
So that's part of the answer, but they can always find you and get some more details about it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We always appreciate it. And if you have a gardening question for David, you can send it to us. He might answer it right here on Good Day. You can email gooddaytampabay@fox.com.